4, welcome back to science class. So we have done, actually we are doing chapter number 4, adaptation in animals, and in the previous video we have seen and discussed about the adaptation in aquatic animals and also amphibian animals, right? So today here I am again with new topic, that is adaptation in aerial animals. What is the meaning of aerial? Aerial means the animals which spend most of the time in the air. Okay, like for example the birds and all. Fine. So we are going to talk about the adaptation in birds or in aerial animals. Fine. So you can see here, basically the birds or the aerial animals, if you have seen their body is streamlined body. And if you have observed aeroplanes are also they have been there, what we can say, they are structured in streamlined body only. Why is it so? Because when they have to move through air, they have to that shape, streamlined shape helps them to move through the air. So birds are also having streamlined body. So when they have to fly in the air, then they have to cut the, they have to overcome the speed of the air and they have to move their body forward. And this streamlined shape only helps them to do so. Right? Then we cannot fly, but birds can fly. Why? See, we cannot fly. Yes, of course, we don't have feathers that you can say. But then if I say, okay, I will put feathers or wings, will I be able to fly? No. Why? Because in birds or in aerial animals, the bones are very light in weight and they are hollow. Because they are hollow, that is why they are light in weight. Whereas in our case, if you have noticed the bones, okay, just like you can take, we eat chicken and all, so you can take a piece of chicken bone and just break it and see whether it is hollow or it is solid. So you will find that our bone is solid, whereas the bird's bones are hollow. That is why they are light in weight and that helps them to fly in the air. Then another adaptation in birds or in aerial animals, they have feathers. Okay, and what is the function of the feathers? We have learned about feathers a lot, right? We have learned about the feathers keep their body warm, and there are three types of feather and all that. But the main function of feather is to keep the body warm. And if this feather would not have been there, then the body, the skin is very thin. And because of this feathers only, their body these feathers keep their body warm. Then another fourth type of adaptation in the aerial animals, we will see that the front limbs, that is the forelimbs are there. Among the forelimbs, the front one, okay, the front two limbs are modified into wings, and which is why they are able to fly. Fine. And the hind limbs, they act like legs, okay, feet, and with that they hop, they run, they walk, and they perch on the trees. Right? So these are the basic adaptation in animals, aerial animals, which help them to survive in the aerial habitat, or the in order to fly, in order to move in the air. These these adaptations help them to do so. Okay. Now we'll talk about the adaptations of food. Now adaptation of food means in birds also we have seen that according to the adaptation of food, the birds are categorized into 3 categories. What are those 3 categories? We talk about the adaptation of food. Okay, adaptation of food. Now we have discussed about the adaptation in habitat. Now according to adaptation of food, there are 3 kinds of or 3 categories of animals. They are, first one, herbivores, then we have carnivores, and another one is omnivores. discuss individually about each type of animals according to their food habits. First one, herbivores. These are animals which eat only plants. Okay, either the plant products or the plants, directly the plants they eat, like grass. If we talk about the cows, buffaloes, goat, horse, they are all like herbivorous animals. They eat only plant and the plant products, right? Then we talk about, we'll discuss about the next type of food habit among the animals, that is carnivores. Now carnivores, who are carnivores? Those animals which feed on the flesh of other animals, like for example tiger, lion, okay, and then we can say eagle. They are also carnivores, but then yeah, they are carnivores. And then we have many other animals which are carnivores. Basically when we talk about the carnivore animals, all these lion, tiger, eagle, then wolves, jackal, all these animals, fox, they all come in our mind, and they are the example. And why they are carnivores? Because I think we have studied about the types of teeth, right? Now in this case, like carnivore animal, they have the canine teeth very sharp and pointed. Why is it so? Because they have to tear the flesh of the animal, and so they can eat it, because they have to tear the flesh of the animal, and this pointed sharp canine teeth help them to do so, right? Then we move to the third category of animals according to the food habit. They are omnivores. Now omnivores are those animals which eat both plant as well as animals, okay, the flesh of animals. Like we, human beings, we are omnivores. We eat both plants products as well as animal products, okay, either products or directly the flesh of the animals. Apart from that, there are some more examples like crow, they are omnivores. Then what else? If you know, yeah, crow we can see very commonly. They are omnivores. Human beings are omnivores. Then how, if you have seen the crows and all, they are omnivores. You must have noticed eating them mice. Okay, the dead mice, or sometimes they kill and then eat it. Okay, and because their beaks are very sharp and pointed, through which they can either eat the grains and also the flesh of other animals, right? So we complete over here the adaptation for food, right? Now we will discuss about, before that let me tell you, over here you can see times to revise, match the following, okay? First one, they crawl on land. Which crawl on land? Here you can see the options are given. So snakes crawl on land, then their tails help them to climb the trees, of course monkeys. Then they store fat in their humps, camel. Gills help them to breathe in water, fishes. Okay. Now, just now we have discussed about adaptation for food. Related to that, again we have something to revise, that is, carnivores eat only plants. Is it true statement? No. This is false statement. Carnivores eat only flesh. Omnivores eat only flesh of other animals. This is again wrong. Omnivores eat both flesh and plants and animals, right? Herbivore eat both plants and flesh of other animals. This is also incorrect, wrong. So herbivores only eat plant products or plant. They are plant eaters, right? Now we will discuss about the next topic, that is care and concern for animals. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the care and concern of animals. See, animals are very important in our life. How they are important? Actually, animals, they help in dispersal of seeds. Means they carry seed from one place to another, right? And which further results in the growth of a new plant. And these plants again gives us, plants there and their products. A lot of usefulness are there. for the plants. So they give us food, they give us a lot of things, right? So that's why animals are ultimately they are very important. So what we have to do, actually not only this much, but then these animals, they also help us to clean the environment. How do they clean the environment? See, they clean the environment in, like, there are certain microorganisms, there are certain organisms or animals which feed on dead and decaying animals. And if these animals will not feed on them, then what will happen? These dead and decaying animals or organisms, they will remain on the ground or in the on the earth, and it will create some kind of like harm to the environment. Okay. Then at the same time, these animals, as we have spoken about the adaptation for food, according to that there are three categories. Okay. Herbivorous animals eat the plants. Then carnivorous animal eat animals, okay, or the flesh of other animals. So why is it happening? It is happening for the maintenance, for the harmony, or to maintain the balance in the environment, in the nature. So you can see animals are in so many ways they are helpful for us, right? They help us to grow the plant, they help to maintain the environment, they help to clean the environment, okay, and also in so many ways, for domestic purposes also animals are useful for us. So don't you think so that we should take care of these animals? Yes, we must protect these animals. And how can we do that? We can do in the following ways. Like, first thing, we should not try to destroy their natural habitat, that is the forest. Just now, like in the previous classes, we have discussed about the habitat of animals, the natural place where a particular kind of animal live or an organism live, that is called an habitat. Okay, so we have we have discussed about terrestrial habitat, we have discussed about aquatic, this and that, like so many habitats, right? So we should not try to destroy them in any way. If we do so, then we are harming the animals. So if we don't destroy the habitat of animals, then we can protect them. Okay. Then we have another way of protecting animals. Avoid cutting of trees. Now there are so many arboreal animals. Just now, in the previous class, we have discussed about the certain animals which spend most of their time on the tree. They are land living animals, but then still they spend their time on the trees. Like for example, birds. At the same time, and among the animals we have monkeys, squirrel, snakes also. So if we cut down the trees, what will happen? They will lose their habitat again, and at the same time they will also lose the food which they get from the plants or the trees, right? So we should not do that. Then next way is to stop hunting animals. You must have seen, now it has stopped because Maneka Gandhi has an organization which works in this regard only, to protect the animals, to take care of animals. Okay, so and there is a law also. If you kill any animals, then you will be charged, and government will take care of it, and you may be punished. You may have some kind of punishment for that, right? So we should not kill animals for our recreation, for our some kind of fun, goodness or something like that. All right. Then we have another way of protecting animals by stop killing them for their products. Now it is very less, but there have been some time where people used to love to wear fur coats, okay, leather coats, leather jackets, leather products, okay. So from where did they get that? They got it basically from where? From the animals. These are animal products. Even elephants were killed for their tusk, sheep were killed for their their wool and all that, right? So we have to stop this, and this is how we can protect the animals. Now we keep some animals as pet and also in the farm for our domestic purposes. we should take care of them as well, right? Because they are helping us in so many ways. So how can we do that? Provide them sufficient food and water, give them comfortable and clean place to live, then maintain their health and hygiene. If they are needed to go to doctor, we must take them to veterinary, okay, doctors, because animals doctors are called veterinary doctors, right? Then take them to veterinary doctor when they are they fall sick, get them vaccinated as we get vaccines. They too have vaccines, okay? So we have to if we are keeping pets and all, we have to get them vaccinated. Then create awareness among people not to kill animals, because there are so many teasing for animals also, so we should not do that, okay? We have to stop it. Then be kind to animals, very very important. We have to be kind to animals, okay? And that will if we are kind to animals, then overall every purpose is solved. We will be not at all think of harming the animals, right? So children, we have completed this chapter, adaptation in animals, over here. And as I told you that you will be doing those exercise here, page number 34 and 35, you will do this in the copy, okay? Please do it in the copy, and you will write these terms to know. All these terms please write down in your copy, science copy. I want to see that you have written down in your copy, okay? That's all in this class, and in the next class when I will discuss about the exercises and the question answer side. So till then, take care and bye.